Hi, it's Luke Stone. This is 5 Minute Review. Today's episode brought to you by none other than Starcross Comics. Different views, one vision. Make sure to check out Starcross Comics at www.starcrosscomics.com. Today, we're looking at an issue of a comic book called Immortal Era from Finish Line Comics. Right off the bat, I like the cover. It kind of had some cool elements to it, kind of neat things to look at. And I will tell you this, so it's written by a guy named Edward Davis. The art is by Cesar Oliveira. Hope I'm saying that right. And colors are by Viviana Spinelli. I really like how this creative team has worked together. The artist captures kind of the mood of what the writing is, and the colorist really enhances that. And believe it or not, Manny Hernandez did a good job on the lettering. I normally have a lot of critique for lettering because I feel like that is something that gets overlooked, but they did a good job. Now the story, I will let you know, it is. I was a little confused on what it was to start with. I didn't get it, but by the time I got to the end of it, I understood. When I got to this page right here, I thought that we were talking about zombies. I thought this was a zombie book, but you know what? Turns out it's not a zombie book. I don't know, many of you might have heard of this show, a little show back in the day called Torchwood. Well, in an episode of Torchwood, they had this one cool episode called Miracle Day. Miracle Day was where no one died. People would get shot, they would get hurt, they'd be in car accidents, nobody died, everybody lived. And so this book actually is kind of like Miracle Day Forever. So the other era is the mortal era where people died. Well, one day people just stopped dying. And so it's called the Immortal Era. Now, so it kind of starts there, but now we're kind of fast forward into the future with the rest of the story. And you kind of see it's a dystopian future. And I got to tell you, the art looks fantastic. If you're looking over here, this single page splash, it looks fantastic. It kind of gives you the idea. This is a place called Hope Village, and it's just really cool. 200 years after the Death Era. So they've kind of created this whole other world. The characters are somewhat likable. Some of them are more likable than others in this. You've got this guy down here that's he's just a talking head. And so I'm looking forward to learning more about him. You've got these different characters here, some strong female leads in there. Again, just great detailed art. I don't think people appreciate how hard doing a page like this one over here is. There is a lot of blood, some very gratuitous violence, as you can see there. So I don't know if that's a thing you're into. Maybe it is. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe you'll hate it. But I want to let you know that probably not the best thing for your kids. There's some strong language in here. If you're trying to pick something good for your kids, don't do that. But if you're an adult and you want to read this book, then I suggest it 100% for you to go do that. There's some really neat elements in here. So when people don't die, seems to be this group of cannibals that they're trying to fight off. And they are able to get shot and hurt and everything, but they don't die. None of these people die. So it's kind of a neat book. You should definitely check it out. The first issue is like 24 pages, I think. 24 pages. It is definitely worth the look. And you will be able to find down in the description of the video where you can find this book today. This is called The Immortal Era by Davis, Oliveira, and Spinelli. I would give this one good solid critique, and that again is this kind of like the finishing elements on the cover. It doesn't look as professional as the inside of the book. I would like to see more attention put into the title, more attention put into maybe some of the kind of the other pieces in there. So if Finish Line Comics maybe had kind of their own little cover tree or whatever they would put on there, I think that would be cool. But as it stands, it looks like an indie book, even though the art is nice, the colors are nice, and the writing is pretty cool. So this has been 5 Minute Review. Hopefully you will go check out The Immortal Era. Today's episode has been brought to you by Starcross Comics. Different views, one vision. Don't forget to stop by the store at www.starcrosscomics.com. Check out one of the many titles that we have for some great creators.